ready to start. Oratory coming off of a 2-game losing streak, falling to Del Barton, and just recently losing to Cranford, looking to get back in the win column today against Wardlaw-Hartridge. Just 2 last game for the Rams, really difficult. Good. All right, here. There you go. A little bit of technical difficulties with our headphones, but tip-off coming your way from DeGato Hall. Sean, any opening thoughts here as the Rams try to snap that 2-game losing streak?
I think this is more of a confidence game for the Rams.
Yeah.
Knowing that Wardlaw-Hartridge isn't really the best basketball team, I think you just got to get your confidence back in this one.
Exactly. Tip-off is Rams ball. We're underway here this morning. Asher dribbling over to Pat Conniff. Conniff comes in, heavily defended. He loses the ball. Rams down court. Layup is missed, and Pat's going to get that rebound. Goes over to Asher. Down court all the way to Max. Max is going to come in. Layup is off the rim. Taken by Bell. Bell's going to lose ball, but it's going to be Rams ball, or Hartridge. It's going to be confusing.
Yeah. The Rams versus
Pass
the Rams.
is really the yeah, Rams versus Rams.
Full court pressure.
Oh,
And we're
lost his dribble. Rams ball. Asher looking for the pass. Starting 5 in this one is Asher, Max, Pat, John, and Nick Servito. Servito's been hot lately, coming off of a great game at Del Barton and a pretty solid game against Cranford as well, even though Oratory did lose by a significant number. Asher with the layup. It's going to be the rebound is going to be Chu, who's coming down court. Over and out of bounds, way over the head of number 4, Isak, if I'm saying that right. Asher coming down court. Signaling over to John or Max, I couldn't tell. Pat looking for the pass, back to Asher. Asher coming in. Pat over to John. 3-point shot is off the rim and it bounces.
yeah.
It's going to be Hartridge ball.
Good defense by Wardlaw so far in this one.
Yeah, keeping these Rams to no points scored with 2 minutes so far. It's kind of surprising. The Rams have been playing really good defense themselves. Although it didn't really show against Cranford, it definitely showed against Del Barton. Were you at that Del Barton game?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was heartbreaking,
Yeah.
that ending. 3-point shot from, oh, it's barely misses. John's going to get that rebound. He's coming down court. Over to Nick. Nick driving in.
Oh.
Layup in the hoop is not good. It's going to be rebounded by Wysack. Oh, under the ref's legs. Rolls out of bounds.
Yeah.
Ref's going to talk to Nick Servito. I
Necklace.
think it's about his, yeah, it's about his chain. I just noticed that. So, substitute for Nick.
Yeah. I guess he has to come out for a possession.
Yeah, I think they told him might have to shake off his chain.
Yeah.
Nice chain though. Max with the ball. Over to John. John coming into the hoop. He's
There
going
it
to
is.
get that layup. Oratory draws first blood with their first 2 points in this game. With already 3 minutes in. Over out to Chu. Chu out to Nichols. Nichols over to Clemston. Out towards Bell. Bell coming in back to Chu. Chu dribbling. Chu loses his dribble. Asher's going to try to get that ball, but Chu's going to keep hold of it.
The travel, right?
What was that, a travel?
Travel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They played good. Wardlaw has played good defense so far, but they got to limit the turnovers. Too
Yeah.
many so far. They're only 3 minutes in.
Good point. So it's going to be Asher's ball coming down court, looking for that pass. John, but the 3-point shot is off the rim. His threes have not been hitting lately against Del Barton, against Cranford. He's obviously, there's something messing with his groove, and he's going to have to come out of that if these Rams want to go far, because his three-point shot up until that point was one of the best parts. Chu loses his ball, his dribble. It's going to be Hartridge ball. Clements looking for the pass over to Bell. Bell shoots from the three-point. Barely misses there.
Yeah, that's good shot selection.
Yeah, great shot selection. Rams have been getting lucky so far. Some of these shots should have landed. Max over to Asher. Asher looking for the pass over to Pat. Layup is good. 4-0 Oratory. Pat seemingly came out of nowhere. I didn't even see where he came from.
Yeah. Good vision there by Asher.
Yeah.
Finding Pat cutting. Oh.
Keeps it in bounds. John playing good defense. Passes over down court. Clemenson with the three-point shot. Oh, once again, just barely misses. Hartridge is a good shot selection. They just can't get it in the hoop. Mike, or John, coming in. I've made that mistake a lot, calling John Mike.
I had the same mistake last year with Tommy and Pat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a confusing one. Max, layup. Gets the rebound, another layup. Called a foul. So the foul is going to be on Nichols. Max is going to get his 2 shots. Their free throws, you know, in clutch situations. Remember, season opener versus Summit, they missed a lot of clutch free throws. They still did get the win, but a lot of times in clutch situations, everybody on this team just can't make that free throw. What do you think the issue is with that?
Honestly, I don't know. Because I know in practice they're shooting a ton of free throws.
Yeah.
And a coach starter makes them shoot a lot of free throws, but I mean they got to find out what's the problem with that issue soon.
Oh, Pat with the layup, and he just misses. Getting back to your point.
Was that a dunk or a layup?
I couldn't tell really. I don't think his fingers really got up to the rim. Asher very frustrated with John. Will pass him. Asher with the three-point shot is good. Shows why. John should have passed in that situation, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that free throw line, getting back to it, the Rams, most of their free throws that they really need, it comes in high pressure situations, and that pressure can make the free throw line seem like the three-point line.
Yeah.
Asher frustrated with his teammates. So far, 7-0 Rams. Did you expect a higher score so far going into this? I mean, both teams, Rams especially, have been playing pretty solid offense all season. Did you expect the Rams to have a bigger lead?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're getting good shots. It's just they're not really falling right now.
Yep.
But I think as this game progresses, I think the shots will start to fall. I mean, the defense has been good.
Yeah, I agree. The defense, being able to keep your visiting team to 0, even no matter what you think of their skill level, that's still impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's going to be Hartridge ball with Clement. Am I saying that name right? Yeah, Clemenston, who goes over to Nichols. Nichols looking for the pass back to Clemenston, loses it. It's going to be anybody's ball here. Rolls out, and it's going to be picked up by Max.
Foul on.
Foul on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a foul on Nichols. I've never seen that, a 0-0. Like, I've seen the number 0. I've never seen a 0-0 before.
Yeah, same, 0-0.
So it's going to be Max's ball. I got his number on here. So there's some confusion here. 0-0.
Were they saying he has 2 fouls?
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be his second so far. Asher coming up the court. Pass is over to Max. Max back to Asher. Asher over to John.
It looks like
John under to Pat. What were you going to say there?
It looks like that Wardlaw switched to 2-3.
Yeah. John, three-point shot is not in. And it's going to be Hartridge ball. Chu's got it. He's going over to Nichols. Nichols back to Chu. Chu over to Clemenston. Clemenston down court. Oh, and he's going to lose it. So it's going to be Oratory ball. Asher with the ball, dribbling down court. Over to Max. Max back to Asher. Asher looking for his pass. Back to Max. Max fake. Over back to Asher. Asher almost lost it there. Over to Pat. Pat to John. John coming around back to Asher. Asher over to Max Cook. Cook layup. He's fouled. Fouled by Zaidi. Max is going to get 2 shots for the second time this game. First one. Puts it in the hoop. And it's going to be 8-0 Oratory with 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Second shot is off the rim, but it's going to be rebounded by Pat, who puts it right back up for 2 points. 10-0 Rams right now with just a little bit more to go in that first quarter. Passes over to Chu. Chu dribbles down court. Got Asher and Max on him. Clemenston over to Nichols. Nichols over to Zaidi. Zaidi layup is over the hoop. It's going to be rebounded by Max, who's going to give it over to Asher. Asher coming down court. Going to drive into the hoop. He's got a layup. It's missed off the backboard. Chu's going to have some trouble with the ball, but he's going to give it over to Clemenston. Clemenston coming down court. He's going to give it over, and there's a travel. I don't think I have his number here. Yeah, I don't got number. Let's see. I'm missing him. Pat's gonna get 2 shots now. First one is gonna go in the hoop. Oratory extends their lead to 11, possibly 12. The second free throw is hit. Rush that one, and it's gonna miss. Mike throws it back in court to Asher, over to Max. Max throws it over to Pat. Pat's coming in, he passes it over to Max. Max with the 3-point shot, airballed. Less than a minute to go.
Good ball.
It's gonna be Hartridge ball. Hartridge, Clemenston. He bobbles it, the pass from Clemenston. But Dylan Coleman has the ball now. Coleman looking for the pass. He's going to give it over to Chu, who throws it over to Clemenston. Clemenston with the 3-point shot off the rim. Called something right there.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you say? Zaidi?
Zaidi, yeah. And Oratory's in the bonus, so.
So Pat's going to get 2 shots?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 shots. Sounds about right.
Yeah, double bonus, yeah.
First one. In the hoop, 12-0 Rams with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. So far, very impressive defense. And pretty solid offense, as you can see there, has led the Rams to hold this team to not scoring a single point. John swats the pass. Oh, and it went through his legs. But Chu's going to get it anyway. Chu throws over to Coleman. Max steals the ball away. Max coming down court, throws it over to John. John coming in, over to Asher. Asher, 3-point shot. And he missed it. Oh, no. Almost rolled in there. 15 seconds to go. It's going to be Hartridge ball. Passes over to Clemenston. Clemenston. Long throw over to Dylan Coleman at the half court. Coleman looking for a pass. Clemenston with the ball, tries to lay it up. Missed it badly there. Pat with the ball, and there's the buzzer. And just like that, our first quarter is over with the Rams having a massive 13-0 lead over Hartridge. What are your thoughts so far? Because there's a lot to talk about, a lot to digest just from that first quarter alone. What did you think about that?
I felt like the Rams were a little inconsistent. I mean, I think only one made three-pointer, right? It was just that Asher three.
Yeah.
They were good with their free throws. Missed a lot of layups, but I mean, defensively they were really good. You know, holding any team to 0 points after 8 minutes is impressive.
Yeah. I mean, no matter the skill level, no matter how much better you think you are than your opponent, holding them to 0 in the first quarter, that's impressive.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean that inconsistent comment you made, I feel like you're right with that. I mean, defensively, I think they've been very consistent. You can see that by the scoreboard. But offensively, they need to start hitting more threes. I mean, it seemed like last year, all this team really did was shoot threes. But obviously, it's changed a lot, and now their three-point shot game isn't as strong. But some substitutes are going to be made. Max Ince is out for Ryan Fay, sophomore.
He's a swing too, right?
Yeah, he swings. I don't think he was playing on JV today, however. JV had their freshman on the bench. Max, layup is good, and Oratory extends their lead to 15. Just keep adding up those points, but let's see how their defense holds over here in the second quarter. Coleman driving to the hoop is rejected by Pat. Coleman passes it right to John's foot, and then just rolls it out of bounds. It's going to be Hartridge's ball. Clemenston is going to take it. Over to Bell.
Yes, illegal screen.
What do you say, a moving screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's his third too.
Third.
On Zaddy?
Zaidi, I think.
Zaidi,
But
yeah.
Fay passes it over to Servito. Servito to John. John driving towards the hoop. He's going to pass it to really nobody. It's white ball. Yeah, you know, making mistakes like that at this point in the ball game, it's fine, but you don't want to like make a habit of that just when you're up and let it happen later on when it might actually matter. Long pass over to Chu over to Zaidi. Zaidi back to Chu with the three-point shot. Is good. And in the second quarter, Hartridge finally makes their first point, and it's a three-point shot. Cook with the three. Rolls over the rim. Back to John. Not a three-point shot, but he makes it anyway. Boy, did he need that. And Oratory responds by extending their lead to 14. Zaidi with the ball. Passes it over to Bell. Bell to Coleman. Coleman's having a little bit of trouble with the ball. Servito playing good defense. Over to Coleman. Rejected by Pat. Into the hands of John. Over to Max. Max coming in. Layup is in the hoop. What a sequence. What a sequence. Oratory playing some very fast-paced basketball right now.
Pat's playing volleyball right now.
Yeah. Oh! Whistle blown. It's going to be on. Who's that on?
John.
John, okay. So it's going to be Clemenston with the ball. Coach making some play calls. Bell with the ball. Passes over to Chu. Back to Bell. Back to Chu. John playing it very heavily. It's going to be taken up by
I think Pierre.
Pierre. I couldn't see. I thought it was a 32. I was like, did they have two 32s? Chu shot very high up. Not going to be in. Got it. Ryan Fay's got it. Pat to Fay. Fay.
Long two.
Yeah, that was a 2, but it wasn't good. Whistle blown. Timeout, Hartridge. So in this second quarter, Hartridge finally gets their first point, a three-point shot. But the Rams have responded. Their offense has not lacking at all. How do you feel about, how they've approached the second quarter? Because what happens is teams tend to get lazy once they form that big lead in that first quarter. They tend to just get, a little bit lazy. How do you think the Rams have been playing? What do you think their approach has been like so far?
I think, like with the full court press, and I feel like it's all this energy is coming from the defense. Like the blocks, the steals, and it's leading to these fast transition layups and 3-pointers. And I think that's like one of the main reasons on what's keeping Oratory focused on energy-wise.
Good analysis.
Making sure they're not getting lazy.
I agree with it. I agree with you there. Timeout's over. Rams take back the court. Substitution. Faye is out for
Henry Bolster.
Henry Bolster. Faye's out for Henry Bolster. Whistle blown. Back in action here at the Coliseum. Bell with the ball, loses it. John's gonna try. Too white. He's gonna get a holding call. So it's gonna be blue Rams ball here. Back underway. Asher deferred his pass. Passes over to Henry Bolster. Bolster coming over to John. John at the 3-point line. Not going to shoot. Servito with the shot. Boom. He makes the three. That's the 3-point shot we saw at Del Barton that he just kept landing, and it looks great. It still looks great, and he's been hot lately.
And you can see the progression from John, too.
Yeah.
A couple games ago, I think he would have taken that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he looked and he saw Nick open for three.
And Asher makes that. It's a sign of really just maturity. One of the biggest parts of playing basketball is that you can't be selfish in the sport. You can't just want to shoot every time just because you want the points. I think it matters most in basketball not to be selfish. And it's John passing that ball to Nick ended up being the better choice there. But John with the ball over to Asher. Asher coming back around to Pat. Pat looks to shoot. Gonna pass out to Bolster. Bolster layup is Mr. Bad. Over to John. John,
take your time.
3-point shot. But the layup's gonna be made by Nick Servito anyway. You were right about that. Should have taken his time there. It did look like he rushed the shot a bit because he didn't want a defender get onto him. Pierre with the ball over to Clemenston. Clemenston back to Pierre. Pierre back to Clemenston. Clemenston coming in. Lob pass right into the hands of John. John's really down court. He's going to lose it. It's going to be picked up by Hartridge. Henry Bolster's got it back. Wasted opportunity there from Hartridge. John with a 3-point shot is good, and he is looking back the way he has with his 3-point shot so far. Second 3-point shot in a row that he's landed. Hartridge having some trouble with the communication here. Layup is up, not good. Pat's gonna get the rebound. Pass over to Nick. Servito coming down court. Layup. Oh, I know whoever slapped the backboard. I know their hands hurting right now.
Another timeout.
Timeout. Was that Coach Doherty or was that?
That was Wardlaw-Hartridge.
All right, that makes sense. So Oratory is just 2 points away from a 30-point lead here, which is insanity.
Yeah, now I think it's just more than at this point. I feel like they're in panic mode offensively.
Yeah.
It's just leading to the time of turnovers.
Yeah, to just kind of breathe, take the time, refocus, kind of avoid that ugly score on the scoreboard right now and just give that focus because, like you said, they are in panic mode. And it's leading to a lot of offensive blunders. Their passing communication, they've just been passing it all over the court instead of the wrong hands a lot of the time. They need to kind of just, take a breather, rethink what they're playing, and just try their best to maybe make the score a little bit less ugly. Cook thinks about it, 3-point shot. He's gonna miss that one. Will Koska in the game now. Costco, another JV swing. Playing a lot of his time on JV, but he has had some minutes up here on varsity. 3-point shot. It's a good shot, but he just missed it. They're going to call Max Cook for holding. I don't know if I agree. I don't know who. You think you agree with that call? Unbiased.
I didn't really see it. I was looking more down for it.
I was asking you because I didn't see it either.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pass down to 0-0. Nichols over to Bell. Bell to Clemson. Thinks about the 3-point shot. Gonna come in. Out to Chu. 3-point shot is off the end of the rim. Down. Will Costco with the ball. Coming in.
Oh.
Passes it really to no one. But Max Cook's gonna come out with it. Cook to Bolster. Bolster to Cook to Asher to Will. Will over the court. Oh.
Julian Stauffer. Julian Stauffer.
So Julian Stauffer is going to get his 2 shots. Got fouled there on his attempted layup. A little bit of confusion from Chu. First shot. Rolls into the basket. 29-point lead here for Oratory. Next shot could extend that to 30. Shot is barely up to the rim. Going to be rebounded by Clemson. And going to be a foul on Henry Bolster. Holding. Clemson looking for his pass. Doesn't see much opportunity. That's a Bell. Bell with the ball. Loses it. Bolster, another foul. In minutes.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the second or third.
I believe it's the second.
Okay, yeah.
Chu out to, it's going to be Hartridge ball.
At this pace, I don't know if they're ever going to save it. Nope. Bell with the easy layup. He scores.
Max down the court, back in the game since for the first time since the first quarter.
Another steal.
Battle for the ball. It's going to roll out of bounds. White ball. Bell, layup, not in. Foul is going to be on Ryan Fay. Bell's going to get 2 shots. Steps up to the free throw line. You know, now that we're nearing halftime, a little bit over a minute to go, when is Hartridge going to kind of realize, or not realize, but kind of throw up the white flag and just surrender?
This
is a hard lead to come back from.
Yeah.
Bell just made a free throw shot. Not going to help too much. They're still down a significant number. What do you think?
At this point, I think Coach Clemson has to just tell his guys, work hard, and I mean, just try your best to stay in it.
Yeah. Just try your best to ignore the score. Act like it's a new game coming in on the half.
Yeah, you want to act like it's 0-0.
Clemson. Over to double zeros. Nichols
Good
puts
shot.
one in, and they're finally starting to consistently score. Fay with the ball. Fay over to Stauffer to Bolster. Bolster 2-point shot. Missed it there. Nichols coming back down court. Under pass to Chu. It's going to go out of bounds and be Rams ball. Less than a minute to go.
Yep.
Fay out to Stauffer fake.
Oh, right pass.
Right pass and practically. Wow. Stauffer practically just ran past Coleman. It looks like Coleman really wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
seconds to go. Bell, 2-point shot is in the hoop, and they put 11 points on the board at the half. 36-11. 3-point shot from Bell got them in double digits. So what do you think so far? I really just saw right there. See, if I'm Coach Thomas in this instance at least, what I saw there from Coleman when he just kind of lets Stafford run right past him, that's what we don't want on a team, especially, you know, I get it, you're down by significant. You're down by a lot. But one thing I don't want to see, and one thing that really defines a player is how they act on the court when they're down this much. I think that is how you tell what kind of player you're coaching better than any other, you know, test you can give them. Is to just see how they react. You can kind of see right there. You know, I give props to Bell. He's been consistently trying.
Yeah, he's got 5 points.
Yeah, aggressive on defense. Is that the most on the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's leading the Hartridge Rams right now. He's been consistently, you know, hustling on defense, hustling on offense. He's the type of player that, you know, you like on your team, and it's great to coach. Not trying to, you know, not lazily running around the court, but also admire the Rams here, who are, you know, still trying to stack up their points, even though they already, you know, they're up. And they could stop trying right now and like win that game if they wanted to, but they're gonna keep trying. They want this victory more than anything, especially to get back in that win column. How do you feel so far about the Rams' performance?
Yeah. I think for the third quarter, I think you go back to your starters here. You want to get them, I think, as much playing time as possible. You don't want to overdo it, but I think giving them at least like most of the third quarter would be good. And yeah, I think the biggest thing here is just confidence for Oratory. I mean, they got a cup. This is probably like the easiest game left on their schedule.
Yeah,
I know.
that's a big point there.
Yeah, you got the county game coming up, and you got a couple other hard games coming up, and you want to just prepare for that and take advantage of this, and yeah, just get your confidence up.
Halftime here. More coming from the Rams Coliseum after a short break. We'll be right back. Prep Rams have been highly successful so far, but how are they going to hold up in this second half? Are they going to, is the effort going to get more lazy, or are they going to, you know, continue to score consistently? Meanwhile, the Hartridge Rams, on the other hand, have started to score more consistently as that second half started, or second quarter started to wrap up. We saw a couple more baskets. Al Bell is the leading scorer for the Hartridge Rams right now. He has 5 points, made 2 free throws, as well as a 3-point shot that helped out the Rams a ton. Or, yeah, those Rams at least. And no buzzer, but the third quarter is going to be underway momentarily. Whistle's blown. Hartridge Rams take the court. Oratory Rams take the court. Now, games like this, blowouts, even against a really bad team, could set a lot of momentum. And, you know, it's really good to come off a victory like this. Third quarter underway. Clock's now ticking. But it's really good to come off a victory like this. You know, especially when you're on a 2-game losing streak against 2 pretty good teams. Let's see what the Rams do here in the second half. Clemenson passes over to Bell. Bell to Coleman. Coleman playing a bit of a lazy defense so far from this entire Hartridge team. Oh, and Chu passes, and it's going to be Rams ball here. Ow. Throws over to Asher. Asher passes it over to Cook. Cook coming in. Layup is in the hoop. Oratory sizing up to 38, going on 40. Clemenson coming around over to Chu. Coleman badly missed it there.
Yeah. I think it's third.
Coleman coming back down court. Layup. Missed it badly.
Oh, good block.
John, 3-point shot is off the rim and into the hands of Hartridge.
Good double.
Oh, and he bobbled it. 0-0 dive. John trips over him, but the Hartridge coach is going to call timeout. Was that before? Was there a foul call there?
Nah, he got the timeout.
Yeah, he had that timeout. But
I think is that their fourth timeout? Third or fourth. They've used a lot.
Yeah, they have certainly. I think it might be their fourth. It might have just said third.
Oh yeah, third.
Now at this point, at what point, if you're Coach Doherty, you know this team's been using a lot of timeouts. What are you gonna say to your team here? They're leading by a lot. The energy on the Rams bench is certainly good. How do you feel if you're the coach? If you're Coach Doherty, what are you gonna say to this team right now? Looking at the scoreboard, looking at the way they've been playing, like, does he run out of things to say?
I think he's saying just keep your intensity high, and you know, I think so about energy and all that.
All important things to keep in mind when having a lead this big. Asher gets back the ball, driving towards the hoop. Layup is in the hoop.
And the foul.
And he gets his free throws. Headshot. I think he gets one shot there.
Yeah.
The Rams are able to extend that lead to 39. Oh, no, 29, sorry. Asher creeps it into the hoop. 30-point lead
Oh, right to him.
Asher gets the ball back, driving towards the hoop. It's pretty much easy for him. Layup. And the Rams have just been playing a killer offense and a killer defense all around. They made it they practically
they handed it to him.
Yeah. Clemenston looking to shoot.
Oh.
2-point shot, missed it badly. Cook fouls. It's going to be
32. Yeah.
Cook. Shot is good. And the Rams now lead over Wardlaw-Hartridge 44-11. Hartridge coaches look like they're not ready to give up on this one just yet. Bell, who's been the most valuable contributor to this team so far, loses it. It's going to be Rams ball. Some substitutions here. Stauffer's in, Faye's back in, Jack Olahan's back in, and Will Koska, oh sorry, Jack Olahan in for the first time. Will Koska back in the game, has the ball here. Valuable contributor on the JV team over there. Stauffer loses it. Oh, lobs it over to Faye. Faye to Olahan. Olahan over to Max. Max to Will. Will with the three-point shot.
Oh,
barely missed. You know, that's one of those shots, you know, your execution's good, the shot itself is good, just doesn't go in the hoop, and it's very annoying for a basketball player. Clemenston can't get his hands on the ball, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Rams ball here. Max Ince with the ball. Stop. Faye puts that one in for a layup, and he's got himself some points here. 46-11. Rams going on 50. Do you think they'll be able to reach at least 60 points by the end of this one?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
with the way they've been playing defense, like,
yeah.
Come on.
And here's another.
Faye coming down court, and they hand them another one. 48-11. Gave one to Asher, gave one to Faye. Who's next? That's the question. Coleman coming down court, over, and there's a bit of a miscommunication from Chu, and he watches the ball go out of bounds. Stauffer over to Ince. Max looking for his pass, signals over to Ryan. Will's coming out. Ryan with the ball. Coming in, over to Olahan. Jack puts it up. Fighting for that rebound.
Should stay, right? Yeah.
It's going to be white ball here. Or is it Jack's ball?
Yeah, I can stay with the Oratory.
Oh, okay. Good call. Jack with the three. Missed it just barely there. Back down court. Chu with the ball. Over to Clemenston. Clemenston puts one up. Rolls over the hoop. Diety puts one up. Misses it as well. Faye with the ball now. Faye over to Max. Max to Olahan. And you know, a team every now and then, they kind of need a game like this. Olahan with a three, bounces off the rim. You know, but teams need a game like this sometimes where their starters can just get a break, but some of the bench pieces can come in, get the playing time that they, you know. Oh, Bell knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be white ball.
It's also good. Yeah, it's good for the team, and it's also good for for Coach Carter to see
Yeah.
who can perform in this.
Who's the most valuable
yeah.
bench piece?
'Cause, I mean,
Until then, there's not been many, situations where they can get these guys playing time. They've had a lot of close games. Often 2-point, 3-point, or even 1-point victories. But
yeah, exactly.
easy is not a word I would use to describe the Rams' schedule so far and upcoming.
Deep
Coleman with a deep three. That's just not the shot. Missed it badly. Ince over to Olahan, over to Faye. Quick passes here. Faye with the layup is good. And there is his second layup of the day. He's got 4 points. And the Rams reach that 50-point mark with 10 seconds to go. Bell coming in. Doesn't get it in. Rebounded by Jack. Over to Faye. Knocked out by Clemenston. There's the buzzer. And it is now the 4th quarter. What do you think so far? Like, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking I can see by now?
Well, I kind of see a pattern here because first quarter Wardlaw-Hartridge didn't score, and third quarter they didn't score. So I mean, I think consistency is the biggest thing for them. You got to stay consistent with your scoring, and I mean, you can't win games when you don't score in 2 quarters.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But I think it's a learning experience for both teams in 2 different ways. And now for the 4th quarter, I think you just put your bench in and just see how they can perform.
OP starters getting a well-deserved rest here. Max Asher got both knees iced up. So we're going to have Faye, Koska, Stauffer, Bolster, and Olahan in here for this starting up this last quarter. Clemenston with the ball. Dribbling. Coming in. Simmons over to Bell. Bell with the ball. It's going to get knocked out of his hands. White ball here. Faye with the ball over to Olahan. Over to Bolster. Bolster over back to Olahan. Olahan with the layup.
Oh.
Rolls over the hoop. He's just been getting unlucky with his shots.
He wants to score so bad.
He does. You could just tell by his face expression when he missed it. Bell with the 3-point shot. Airballs badly. Olahan throws it down court to Faye. Faye coming in. Layup is good. And another gimme for Ryan Faye. But getting back to Jack, Jack's been, his shooting has been good, his layups have been good, he's just been getting unlucky, and that's very frustrating, especially for a guy who wants to prove himself out there on the court. Bell coming in, heavily contested there. Some substitutions going to be made. Will and Stauffer coming out for Jalen Brogdon and
Cole Schickling.
Faye playing good defense, great defense actually. And finally, after almost what is a full quarter, or what it was a full quarter, they've got another 2 points, 52-13. 39-point lead for the Rams here. Jay with the rebound. Faye looking for a ball, not going to get it. Coming back around. Ball over to Jalen. Jalen looking for the pass. He's going to go give it right over to Nichols.
And
he fouls. So after only a minute or so, he's got a foul.
He is 2, right, already?
He is 2? Did he foul?
I think he fouled.
Oh, wow, so 2
Nichols.
fouls.
Yeah. 2?
Chu with the 3. Almost got it in. You know, at this
I think
point,
that should have stayed with,
at this point in the game,
but
you know, they're giving Al Bell a rest, who's been, you know, valuable to this team so far, even though they've put up a lackluster amount of points.
yeah.
At this point, you know, I feel like the coach here for the Wardlaw-Hartridge Rams might have to start putting in his bench players the way that Coach Doherty has. Jalen with the ball. Layup is good. Jay's got 2 points. 54-13 for the OP Rams. Clementson coming down court. Defended by Faye. Clementson with the 3. Missed it. Faye with the rebound. 4 minutes to go here. Olahan really wants to shoot. 3-point shot. Airball badly. Jalen tries to put a layup. It's going to be rejected by Zaidi. Bit of a fight here for the ball, but
Yeah.
it's going to be Rams ball here.
Yeah, running clock now. I didn't even realize, but they're just gonna no stoppages now with the clock. Another deep.
3-point shot.
Oh.
Missed it again. He's been airballing a lot. Jalen! Another layup, and he makes it. He's hot right now here in the 4th quarter.
I see you, Jalen.
Yeah. Clementson with the ball. Coming in for the layup. Not even going to get the ball up in the air. It's going to be Clementson ball. Guarded by Faye. Over to Zaidi. Zaidi guarded by Koska. Oh, and Coleman loses it on the pass.
Right through his hands.
Right through his hands. He kind of just clapped on it, and it maybe it squirted its way out. And it's now going to be Faye's ball. Faye signaling their teammates. Over to Olahan. Olahan coming in. Back out. Faye with the ball now. Faye over to Olahan. Olahan over to Faye. Faye, layup is barely in. Jalen rebound, and he gets the layup. 6 points for Jalen in just less than a quarter. He's playing great defense too. Over to Zaidi. Zaidi, 3-point shot is in the hoop. So a huge 3 cuts the lead to what, like 30 something? I don't even know.
42?
Can't do math. Faye, shot from the free throw line. Going to be taken by Coleman. Over to Zaidi. Zaidi has trouble with it. He's going to bounce out of bounds. Some substitutions are going to be made. Wysack going in. First time for a while we've seen him. Bell right back in the game. Bell shaking his head in disappointment, just upset. I can tell. Very upset by the Hartridge Rams performance in here. Minute to go. Olahan wants that point very bad. And oh!
Yeah, he's fouled. That's bad.
Oh, Olahan grabbing his knee. Gonna have to stop the clock. Olahan had Bell practically crumble right on top of him. Looks like both guys are hurt now, and this is really unfortunate to have happen with 57 seconds left. Olahan and Bell both in pain. That's really unfortunate. You know, on a team like this, Bell's played himself a great game. Jack really wanted those points badly. Both. It's bad. Coaches are gonna come out, talk to them.
Yeah.
Jack seems to be grabbing his right leg, maybe his knee. Chris out there.
Yeah, that's just a tough collision.
Yeah, that looked bad. Foul is going to be on Bell. Bell gets it up.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to come out of the game. Bit of a limp, but he seems to be fine. He's jogging it off. Olahan is a different story. He got banged up pretty bad there. Well, I'm glad at least one of them's okay, but then again.
Yeah, I think Zach's okay. I think it's just...
Coach Doherty and Chris both talking to him.
Yeah, I think they're just going to carry him off the court here.
Yeah, Pat and John are going to have to carry Jack off the court. That's never a great sign. Coach Doherty got his two biggest guys to carry him off.
I think Wardlaw-Hartridge chooses who they want to shoot the free throws.
Yeah.
Or is he shooting free throws? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Jack can barely even put pressure on his leg. That's going to be it for him.
Oh, no foul anymore? Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess at this point in the game, you just...
Yeah, doesn't, I mean...
Scratch that.
Clemenson coming down court, seeing if he can make the score just the tiniest bit less ugly. But it's going to be a victory for the Rams regardless here as they lose the ball. Faye coming down court, over, and Jalen hopped up there. It's going to be Rams ball here.
He wants another...
Less than a minute to go. Rams are going to be moving back into that win column. Finally, after two tough games against Del Barton, one being a close game and getting blown out by Cranford. Jalen, three-point shot is off the back of the rim. Oh, it gets it back. Loses it again.
All right,
but that's going to be it for today's game. The Rams are back in the win column with an impressive victory over the other Rams. And that's going to be it. A big game for the Rams. A big one. This is great for morale, for everything. Some unfortunate injury there at the end. It's never something you want to happen to a player, regardless of how important they are to the team. With a minute left, that's just tragic. What are your thoughts on this game today?
Yeah, I feel like this was kind of expected coming into it. And, wasn't the best. Offensively wasn't the best for the Rams at first, but they started to heat up, and and it's a good win.
That we've seen that a lot. That first quarter momentum that they start with, not the best, but they'll build up. Their offense will start to explode, especially in that second half. Just really a big win for the Rams here, and their schedule upcoming is not easy at all. I don't think they're going to face a team, this easy to beat or see a score or a deficit this big ever again this year. So they kind of want to take this victory, go home, enjoy the weekend, and kind of come back ready on Tuesday when it starts to get tough. But any other closing remarks for you?
No, that's it. I mean, it was a good win, and
great win.
Yeah, they're right back here on Tuesday against Rahway, so just gotta get ready for that.
This has been Sean McAvoy and Michael Massera from the Decatur Hall Coliseum. Our final 58-16. Oratory back in the win column, snaps their two-game losing streak. Have a great evening, everybody. Good night.